Howdy, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Mountain Biking Missoula. If you are unfamiliar with this series or myself, my name is Grant Kennett. I am a senior at the University of Montana, and I race enduro mountain bikes for fun. In this series, I show you around Missoula from the perspective of someone who races enduro. Today we're going to be focusing on Lincoln Hills and mainly Sidewinder. This is one of my favorite rides when I need to practice my endurance or my flat corners. The climb to Sidewinder is a little bit longer than average, and there are a few spots that are a bit steeper than average. After the roughest part of the climb, there is a fun little spot to stop and practice some of your technical skills. If you've seen some of my other videos in this series, you'll know that I typically do a voiceover the whole way down the trail. However, this time I figured I'd mix it up and do a brief explanation of the entire trail at the beginning, and then let you watch the whole trail without being interrupted by my voice. As I mentioned earlier, Sidewinder is one of my favorite trails when I need to practice my endurance and my flat corners. This is because the trail as a whole is pretty flat and there's not very many features. That being said though, the trail is still a lot of fun and you can still carry plenty of speed. With that being said, this is Sidewinder. Enjoy! So that was part one of Sidewinder, and as you can see, I still need plenty of practice on those flat corners. After a quick break on the fire road, part two of Sidewinder is mostly the same as part one. However, it does get a little bit more steep, so you do carry a little bit more speed. Although my GoPro was pointed a little bit too far down to see this part of the trail, it overlooks almost the entirety of the Missoula Valley and is one of the prettiest spots in Missoula. After Sidewinder, there is a quick little climb back up to Sound of Music, which is where we practiced our technical skills just a little bit earlier. The start of Sound of Music has just a quick couple minute climb before getting to the downhill part. I did unfortunately forget to turn on my camera for the downhill segment of Sound of Music, but it is still pretty similar to Sidewinder in that it's pretty flat, not a lot of features, but you can still maintain a good amount of speed. I did manage to get this clip of me doing a sprint during the flatter section of Sound of Music though. Sound of Music comes out at this fire road before continuing again. There is a fun little section that I always try to do of jumping on-off trail and then again on-off trail into the corners. Throughout this ride, my camera kept getting pointed more and more at the ground, so most of this trail I cut out because it was slightly nauseating to try and watch. So that was Sidewinder and a little portion of Sound of Music. Overall, this ride takes just under an hour and a half, but leaves you pretty gassed as you do. This trail system is beautiful in the spring, so I'll leave you guys with some of my favorite pictures from here. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you guys next time.